So hopefully I am not too late for this. I just saw that you're supposed to trim your onion tops when they get so high. So I can also see there's some weeds in here sneaking about. That's a weed, that's a weed, and that's a weed. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out my onion bed of the weeds while I do this and chop all of these tops. And I'm gonna see what uses we can do. My plan is to make some dehydrated onion powder from scratch. And hopefully this will help my onions. Phew. Well, there is the after of the haircut of the onions. Some of them have kind of snapped their necks like they're done. They're not particularly big. I'll have to do some research to see if I need to pull them or if I can keep them in the ground. Alrighty, this is all the tops from the first bed. I do have a dehydrator that was a gift from my father-in-law. So we'll end up seeing how much onion powder this will end up being. Okay, we're inside. Here is the lovely onion that I had to pull because the weed next to it was too large and it just disrupted it. It's actually a pretty good size. It's fits in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and top this one and use these as well. Here are all my onion tops that I'm gonna dehydrate and use to make some onion powder. It should be really delicious because the onion smell is overwhelming already. Even though I'm a little congested, I can really smell it. I'm gonna go ahead, prepare all these, put them in that tray, and then I'll grab the dehydrator from downstairs in storage and we'll go from there. Alrighty, here's where I'm at so far. I still have basically a whole tub to clean up. That's my dehydrator right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take these and put them on the trays just to catch and see where I am at the moment. If I need more, I'll clean it up and put it in there. If not, I'll go ahead and start it. And the rest, I will still clean up, put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. And I'll use it for stock or garnish later, probably stock if I'm gonna freeze it. And I still have a whole nother onion bed to go do this to. So I might leave that for maybe this Monday because it's the holiday and then take it into work on Tuesday or see if anybody wants any. Alrighty, let's see what happens next. So here's our dehydration trays. I have 6 of them to fill up. I'm gonna fill this one up a little bit more without trying to overlap it too much. And then I read the booklet that it came with. Not really sure to consider this an herb or a vegetable. So I'm gonna do a compromise and do a temperature in between, and it'll be about 10 hours. So here are all the onion greens I could fit in there. I still have some on my tray. I'm going to freeze those, leave those for tomorrow. I'll probably end up doing a second batch of onion powder, but we'll see how this one goes first. Go ahead and close it, baby. Thank you. So we're gonna set the temperature to 115. I can keep going. Oh, there we go. I haven't used this very often, so bear with me. So the time, we are going to do 10 hours and we're gonna start and we'll see how it goes from there. So here's a brief update. So apparently after only 30 minutes inside, my husband was concerned that we were gonna smell like onion for weeks. That's how congested I am. I couldn't even smell it. So we moved it outside on the little picnic table. There's no bad weather or anything tonight. And it's less than 7 hours to go. I don't really see any changes. And this thing has a timer, so it will automatically turn off when it's done. I think I might add an hour just in case. But yeah, so you can see my cookie cat over there. But yeah, it's gonna stay outside tonight because apparently it smells that strongly of onion. Alrighty, so here's the final dehydrated product. The majority, I'd say 98% of it is crispy. There's a few little soft spots, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it up and see what we end up with. And there it is. It's beautiful. It smells really oniony. I think that's gonna be a great addition to my cooking. I still have the rest to blitz up, but I'm gonna keep going in batches. Okay, there's the finished product. The Ziploc bag is just temporary storage until I get some glass jars. That way it'll last longer. I might even end up freezing some of this, but I'm gonna take a little pinch of the onion and put it on my eggs this morning just to get them a little zing. but it smells great. I'm excited to see what other herbs I can do this with. I also have thyme, rosemary, dill, and chives out in the garden. And when my onions come to fruition, I can take some of those, slice them up, dehydrate them, and make the white onion powder. And of course, if our garlic works out, we'll have garlic powder too. So an update for the onions. Once the neck has pulled over like this, the bulbs are done growing, even though they're smaller. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ones out that are completely folded over like this, leave the ones that are up straight, and we're gonna start curing. So my husband's helping me. We're pulling the pallets and putting them in the shade so it's not too hot, and it'll take a couple weeks. Alrighty, there's the final result. Those are the ones we're gonna dry out. Although they're not that big, we can still use them, and I'm sure they're gonna be full of flavor. And we still have plenty in here to get big and grow.